This is a picture with a face many are familiar with, Dr. Martin Luther King. To the left is Reverend James Lawson. The day before Dr. King was killed, he referred to Reverend Lawson as the world's leading theorist and strategist of nonviolence.
Releases of the press, none of that was important.
Today, Reverend Lawson is 82 years old, and his passion for nonviolent social change is still very much alive. Just as he mentored many of the predominant leaders of the 60s civil rights movement, on this occasion, he is at California State University Northridge teaching a student workshop. Students are being taught the science of creative and nonviolent social change. Reverend Lawson explains to students that violence is not necessarily physical.
As a practitioner, I maintain that violence can be verbal, if you talk to other human beings as though they are not human beings and have no right to live, you are denigrating them, and you are in fact being a very violent person from my point of view.
Reverend Lawson's visit to CSUN is the result of the Civil Discourse and Social Change Initiative. Author and CSUN professor, Dr. Marta Lopez Garza, co-facilitated the workshop. She shares why Reverend Lawson was invited to give a series of lectures and workshops throughout this school year.
We feel that there's a certain level of uneasiness and unrest among students, and a desire to have this public discussion on social change and their lives. So we thought of bringing Reverend Lawson to this campus for the year.
CSUN Senior and Black Student Union President Keshana West has had sentiment like the one described by Dr. Lopez Garza.
I basically really wanted to be a part of it so that I can learn from, I call them the walking history book. I think it's really important because how I started on campus, being an activist and stuff like that, was part of the anger that was in us, that was in me when it came to what I cared for, which was budget cuts and stuff like that.
Now, as a consequence of those years, the 60s to 70s, we have more activism today than we've ever had in the United States, in my judgment. More unrest on campuses, more dissatisfaction in community. We see more of the issues. We have better informed people in some ways about what the problems are, but we do not know how to get at them. Another form of slavery.
Though this room is not full, those who are here, like Nabil Suleiman, recognize that being able to learn from such a legendary figure like Reverend Lawson does not come frequently.
To learn from someone who has successfully done nonviolent protests and helped Dr. Martin Luther King in succeeding in these types of protests, I mean, the opportunity to learn from someone like that is rare, and the fact that he's at this school and giving us that opportunity is something that I would definitely want to be a part of.
If there is one thing Reverend Lawson wants today's leaders of social change to do, it's to apply science to the problems that concern, frustrate, or anger them.
Well, the last century was a century of science. Science is based upon the gathering of evidence, the gathering of observation, the ability to replicate your observations, the development of theses and facts that surround then the problem. So it is a systematic way of applying reason to the values, to the heart, to the spirit. And I happen to think that's the way we have to go in politics.
For Valley View News, I'm Julissa Reyes.